good morning. Okay, today, finally is Biafra Euro Celebration Day, and from what we can see all over social media, we've seen massive celebration in Japan, in Edo State, in the southeast, massive lockdown, even in churches, in Catholic churches. You see the chief priest or priest of every Catholic church celebrate.
I'll give it to Biafrans all over the world. It's 5 million of Biafrans all over the world, scattered all over the world. It is a good day, and we are celebrating it. We are mourning it at the same time because our survival depends on the decisions of our yesteryears, fathers who defended our land against oppression. Unfortunately, I want to use this opportunity to celebrate Philip Effiong, for that attempt of not surrendering Biafra to Nigeria. It was discovered that what we had at that time was a ceasefire. And then what is Biafra? Why are we talking about Biafra today? Biafra has become an identity. Biafra has become a religion. Biafra has become our faith. Biafra has become our survival. Biafra has become a destiny. Biafra has become our ritual. Biafra has become, our quest for destiny. And that is why 24 hours we celebrate and mourn over 6 million Biafrans that was killed as a result of incompetence leadership. What is war? War is the absence of leadership that houses anarchy. Leadership failure triggered anarchy. The one fell roughly in leadership and incompetence. And that was what led to that war and 6 million people. Anybody that is saying that the Biafrans all over the world will not mourn, and look at their shoulders and their past and dust it and move forward. Yes, because necessity is the mother of invention. We have been given an identity, and we keep on saying it. But I'm surprised the South region, Edo people, the entire churches everywhere is celebrating. And thank God for the likes of Mazin Namdekano, who stood firm. And thank God for the founder. And thank God for the Portuguese. And thank God for those who gave us that identity. We celebrate God. We celebrate the first kingdom on earth, Biafra. We celebrate the Ethiopian miners. We also celebrate the Portuguese, who knew the old Eastern province, the territorial integrity, the boundaries, before the British came and fragmented anything that had to do with Biafra. Gowon, who is already away from his territory region, we don't know his whereabouts, whether he's in Nigeria or not. I don't know what should be going in his mind now. Well, it has become very clear that the reason for that war was first unnecessary, and it has not brought unity to Nigeria. I want also that the Biafrans have never forgotten the youngest hero, a 22-year-old Colombian university undergraduate, who set himself ablaze, Bruce Maroc, in Washington, United Nations headquarters, New York, protesting the blockade, protesting the involvement of world powers in the Nigeria-Biafra war. He set himself ablaze. We will not forget. And today, the family of that young man is still coming to Biafra land to mark. When Ojukwu died, they were there. When there was an Igbo Day, World Igbo Congress, he was there. So it is a day of mourning, and we will never forget. And we are saying, this generation is saying, never again. It is our right to determine our identity. We are Biafrans, and our language is Igbo. As simple as that. You can't take that away from us. We got it by divinity. We got it by blood. We got it whichever way it is. We got it. And that is what it is. And we will never forget what God had done. We celebrate the lives of Mazin Namdekano. We celebrate we celebrate also Philip Effiong. We celebrate all the freedom fighters, agitators all over the world, Nigeria and diaspora, for the support they have given to this day. There's no how we cannot remember May 30. And remember, after the declaration of Biafra on May 30th, 1967, it took 6 extra days before the Nigerian Biafra war commenced. And up to today, the reason for that war is still staring us in the face. Biafra sovereignty cannot be negotiated. It is not negotiable. Thank you.
Okay, but we saw what happened last year in Abia State when during the celebration when 6 military officers were killed. And just recently, we heard the NSA nobody come out say that the Southeast indigene should shun, the sit at home, and at the same time, even yesterday in Anambra State, a certain Friday Obeta was arrested for wanting to enforce sit at home. Do you think? How do you think today's celebration will go?
It's going to go peaceful. We are not scared of recording some hitches or some glitches or whatever it is, but no matter how I look at it, either by commission or by commission, hook or crook, it is ongoing, and we thank God it's ongoing. It is not it's purely a voluntary thing, and it's also not a voluntary thing. Depending on your mindset. But nobody is going to kill anybody for today. This is not a day of Monday sit at home. This is a day, to remember the proclamation and the divine identity of Biafra given to a geographical tribe, people. Very important. Very, very important. The Biafrans speak Igbo. That was the day identity was given. That was the day destiny smiled. That was the day we discovered that we are the ancient Hebrew generation. From the days of Samaria and Judea to the days of Ethiopia, to the days of Ethiopian miners, to the days of Bite of Biafra. Even though Nigeria tried to remove the Bite of Biafra and say it is Bite of Benin, Biafra is still the elder brother of that amalgamation. Biafra has been in existence. Biafra is not Ojukwu that brought about Biafra. It wasn't Ojukwu. The Igbo people are linked to Biafra because of where we came from. As simple as that. And there's no nation on earth who is bearing Biafra. Go and check it. Find out yourself. The people that say that they are the ancient Ethiopian miners called Biafrans, they are still there. Go and look at them today. Who are they? They're still telling you they are Igbo people. Ethiopia today, go there. They share boundary between Ethiopia and Equatorial Guinea. Go there today. Find out yourself. Where did they get the name Biafra? That is what we are talking about, and that's where we are coming from. The first kingdom on earth is called Biafra. So we are the children of the kingdom. And when I'm talking about the kingdom, the ancient Hebrews, the 12 tribes of Israel, as simple as that.
Okay, but I know you talked about Yakubu Gowon. What do you think that will be going through Yakubu Gowon's mind? Do you think it will be sober that if he had not betrayed Ojukwu back then, do you think that Nigeria would have been where they are today?
Now, of course, Gowon is struggling, to misinterpret the truth and reality about what happened. But there's no how you can, escape from the reality of truth, because we know what happened in Aburi. Aburi is a village in Ghana. It's not far. Anybody can enter motor and go to Aburi and find out what transpired in Aburi. As simple as that. That's the fact. Find out what happened in Aburi. Then you come back. The documents are still there. But because of the way the British system does not want an Igbo movement to spread to the extent to make them very irrelevant and to question their interest in Nigeria. Let me tell you, in honest truth, Nigeria as a name is a racist name. Nigeria, that word Nigeria is a racist name. Go and find that. Anybody that is saying it's not a racist name, come, let us look at it. Yes, Nigeria is a racist name. And why did a British citizen or an American journalist, out of racism, name the populous black nation Nigeria? That's the question a lot of people. So a lot of countries in Africa have renamed. Are they ally? You when they watch this video, check out whether ally. Why did the other countries name themselves? Say, I'll not be Ivory Coast, I'll not be Black Coast, I'll not be Black Africa, I'll be Ghana. And why? Who named you? From where? The conspiracy theory stopped in 1967, the day Biafra was declared, the liberation of Africa and Africanism started. The quest for sovereignty nations in Africa was spearheaded by an Igbo man, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. The concept of reality of identity was found in the name called Biafra. That speculation, that's why they said that, in Biafra, Africa died. But Africa will rise in Biafra. The day it has started, and there's no going back. It took Israel 4,000 years to become a nation in 1948. It took Israel 4,000 years to become a nation. Yes, through one man, salvation came, and through one man, sin came. We are choosing the path of honor and identity. Nobody will take it away. Anything way you like. If you say like you restructure Nigeria, our region will be called Biafra. Any part of what you do, you cannot eradicate that name. Eradicate the one that was named by people who hate the Africans. They call them Nigeria. Nigeria means darkness. See, that is why when you come to reality, for how many years, no light, no leadership, nothing. And Nigeria has failed to trend the side of reality because it does not want an Igbo existence. I was wondering, the Niger Delta, you see Niger Delta, Tombolo and the rest of them who are supervising the crude. They say they are guard or the security. The pipeline, the crude is going to the north because they hate Igbo man. But I must give it to Tombolo. But you see, I started the Kubo. Yeah, to understand, Tombolo has shown civility. Tombolo, no, to understand it, if you look at Tombolo, I just like the guy. You know that if I do something, yes, you can see the way he hosted the Igbo socialite billionaires in the Baramatu Kingdom, including the video was there. And I'm just telling you, bros, forget EFCC now. EFCC not they enter from MPA to Baramatu 6 hours on top of speedboat. Let us see whether it will work or not. But I can tell you the truth. There will be movement. There will be Igbo unity. There will be unification of all the nations that are made up of Biafra. And there will be an extension because it does not take a Biafran man to move from eastern part of the country to Ghana in less than 9-8 nautical miles. You are in Ghana. In China. Go and come back. But coming to Lagos every day, for you to go to China, it takes you 12-15 nautical miles. They keep on bringing that. I say we are one Nigeria. Oga, we are not one Nigeria. If they say that salvation will not come from Igbo man, then I will tell them that one man alone saved the entire whole world and brought salvation to the world. And that is what Africa, and that is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and that is what Odumegwu Dim Ojukwu stood for. And that is what the generation of Philip Effiong, he said that if you cannot to treat this generation the way you treated this one that fought the war, then you know definitely that thousands of Ojukwu, thousands of Effiong will rise from this generation. Okay, we have risen and we are asking questions. Where is the lives of 6 million people? And they are still killing in Biafran land. I can tell you that the rising sun will rise and the center will never hold. That's the fact.